Hello, my name's Jeff Raffauf, and I'm one of the pastors at West Lawn United Methodist Church in Reading, Pennsylvania. It's been my privilege, along with Reverend Chris Hardy and some of the staff members of our church, to bring you these devotional videos each Monday through Saturday for these past several months. We hope they have been encouraging to you. We hope they have been inspiring to you. We hope they may have been helpful in your daily devotions and may be insightful to you. And most recently, we have spent for these past several weeks been talking about hymns of faith and how they might influence us. So I was particularly pleased to listen to Pastor Chris last week talk about his definition of a hymn. Now, I think we all know what a hymn is and what the differences may be between what we consider traditional hymnology and the songs that we use in, say, our contemporary worship services. At West Lawn, we worship in those services at 9:30 and 11:10. There's certainly a difference in the style of music, in the instruments used in performing those songs. But what I liked about what Pastor Chris had to say was, by his definition that I believe he had Googled, a hymn is any song that is used to praise or glorify or used in worship of God. And so with that in mind, I'm going to exercise a pastor's choice piece today and share with you a song, the first that I have shared with you, that you will not find in our hymnal or in one of our songbooks at church. It's a song that I heard for the first time a few years ago at a church called Passion City down in Atlanta, Georgia. And it really speaks to my heart each time we sing it. Whether we sing it with just the band without a congregation in quarantined worship, or whether we sing it with the 50 or 100 people that might gather more recently in our church, or if we sing it to a packed house as we did in the pre-COVID days with 200 and 300 people in the sanctuary. But the song is called Glorious Day by Passion. And every time we sing it, it generates an enthusiasm within me, and it stirs my soul. If you want to look it up online, Glorious Day by Passion, there are several other songs that you may find of a similar or same name, but Glorious Day by Passion. And in the time that I first heard it, it was being led in worship by Christian Stanfill. It was a powerful song. Now, I will confess that the first time I heard it, I didn't know it. And we sang it every time we worshiped at this two-day conference. And so my first thought was, oh, here we go again. And then I started to really listen to the words and sing along and immerse myself in that worship experience. And what a difference it made. The words go like this. At least part of them. It says, I was buried beneath my shame. Who could carry that kind of weight? It was my tomb till I met you. I just think in my own life, how when I try to shoulder all the responsibilities or shoulder all of the guilt that comes along with my sinfulness, that becomes a weight too great for me to bear. And so, that can be like a tomb. It can be a place that traps me, a place not filled with life, but with spiritual death. He continues, or the author of the song continues, I was breathing, but not alive. You know, what a great way to describe our human lives before Jesus. We're walking around, we're walking and talking and looking and using all of our senses, but if we don't know Jesus, we're really not spiritually alive. I was breathing, but not alive. All my failures I tried to hide. How often have we been like that? How often have I felt that way? Afraid of failing, afraid that somehow my spiritual destiny, my eternal destiny would be wrapped up in my successes and failures in this life. And then I remember, that's not Christian theology. That's works righteousness. And I'm going to heaven, not because of anything I've done, but because of everything that Jesus has done. He says, all my failures I've tried to hide. Living without Jesus, trying to do it on my own, not putting my trust in his grace, that becomes, again, like a tomb till I met you. And then it goes into the chorus, which I just get so excited about, so pumped up every time I hear. It says, you called my name, then I ran out of that grave. When I sing that, I imagine Jesus calling me, Jesus saying, Jeff, you are my child. You are my beloved, and I want you to walk with me now and forever. And if Jesus were to invite you right now into that kind of a walk or journey, what would you say? Would you say, well, I've got some business I have to take care of. I've got to take care of my 401k. I've got to tidy up some things, to tie up some loose ends. Well, I'm still too young. I don't think I'm going to die for a while, so maybe I want to hold off. What would you say when Jesus calls your name? The song says, you called my name, then I ran out of that grave. I can still see Christian in his skinny jeans and torn up knees. I can still see him jumping up and down as he's singing this. And I thought, oh, the youthful enthusiasm of this guy. And then later in the conference, there's Louis Giglio, just a few years younger than me, albeit in his skinny jeans and torn out knees, jumping up and down. You called my name. Then I ran out of that grave. Friends, I get excited just thinking about it. I ran out that grave, out of the darkness, out of the life that I was living before, out of the darkness into your glorious day. How powerful. Now your mercy has saved my soul. Now your freedom is all that I know. The old made new. Jesus, when I met you, what a day when you called my name and I ran out of that grave. There's more to this song. There's more to the lyrics, but I'm going to invite you to Google it, to go to YouTube and type in, search Glorious Day by Passion. Listen to the song. It may not be your style of worship, but listen to the song and to the message behind these words and see if it doesn't speak to your heart the way it speaks to mine. Because, friends, I want you to know that Jesus is calling your name. In the midst of a pandemic, he calls our name. In the midst of the darkness of life in these United States right now, he calls your name. In the midst of racial strife, in the midst of all that seems to be swirling around us, he's calling your name. And he's inviting you, not to a political party, but he's inviting you into a lifelong journey of joy with him. He invites you into a personal and saving relationship with him. And I want you to know that he's calling your name as he has called mine. I hope you won't hesitate to respond and say, here I am, Lord. Here I am. Anyway, as you make that decision, whatever decision you need to make, as you make that decision to follow Jesus, to answer his call, to walk in newness of life, in the brightness of the day with Jesus, I pray that God may be with you until we meet again.